Now, how has the church played into that? Because I know that some of the things that can be discouraging to ordinary Christians is seeing, all right, that's what's happened in the culture, but in some places, mainline Christianity has led the culture in these sorts of places where churches have decided to affirm notions of identity and sexuality that would be unbiblical before even the states or the kind of like ruling magistrates of the city would.
Yeah, again, that's an interesting question. I think there are a couple of factors that play there. One of them, oddly enough, is freedom of religion. Now, most of us would regard freedom of religion as a good thing. It's great that we live in a country where we can choose which church we go to, or we can choose not to go to church at all. It's one of the geniuses of the American experiment, that freedom of religion was a hallmark of the founding and has played very much into America's distinctive way of life. Freedom of religion is a good thing, but like so many good things, it also brings certain drawbacks or creates certain issues that would not have existed otherwise. And when you think about freedom of religion, what it does is it actually changes the nature of religious life such that when religion becomes a choice, there is a tendency for churches to become competitors in the marketplace and for congregants to become customers. So in an environment where you have freedom of religion, there's always a certain pressure on the church to, for want of a better term, market itself to the kind of things that are going on in wider society. So on the one hand, you have that market pressure pressing down. On the other hand, I think you also find that the church uses a vocabulary of love, of affirmation, etc., which is a good thing, but a vocabulary that in our current climate has been transformed, and that makes it rather confusing. I think when you think about Christianity, you think about love, you think about welcoming people, you think about hospitality. Well, if they're not firmly anchored in some solid notion of what the Bible teaches about those things, then the pressure will be to accommodate or to conform the meaning that the church places on those terms to those of the world around. So on both fronts, I think we see the church, ironically, in a world of freedom of religion, in a context we have freedom of religion, under peculiar pressure to conform to the wider culture.